Hey everybody, happy May. It is Monday, May the 1st, and I am here to do a collective May energy reading. Had this going really good earlier. All right, a little bit of energy clearing through the sound bowl, which I seemingly have gotten much better at, as I can actually get the sound to last now. So it's definitely great for clearing energy. And I'm also going to take some of my sage that is ever so slightly still burning and clear my space and the decks that I'm going to use. And I'm going to send a little out to you guys too, to cleanse your energy and your space and send some cleansing for the new month ahead. I am declaring May as the month of optimism. We all need to work on that. We all tend to look at the less optimistic side of things. I think we do it out of, protection for ourselves. I think we think that when you look forward to something or you think positively about something and then it crashes and burns or it doesn't happen, that hurts you, and then you're scared to look forward to or think positive about things. With that said, those things were not meant for you. They were there to teach you a lesson. Things that are meant for you, they stay. Not saying there's challenges, but they stay. Also, it says a lot of when you look forward to things, or you have to do those things without expectation. And it's also about listening to your intuition versus listening to your mind or your overthinking as well. And like I've always said, the universe is going to give you what you ask for. So if you're thinking positively and you're focusing on what you want, that's what you're going to get. So if you're focusing on the negative and you're focusing on the bad, well, that's what the universe is going to give you, because that is what it thinks you want, because that's what you're focusing on. Anyway, not going to spend time lecturing, just giving a message through spirit. I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible so it will actually upload onto here for a change. Again, this is a May 2023 collective reading. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. You can always come back and rewatch it. Just because it doesn't resonate now doesn't mean it won't ever. All right. The first card that came out is home. Home is where the heart is. Home is where your soul feels most at ease, where you don't feel upheaval. Soul, where your soul is happy. Home and soul are so much the same thing. Home can be a physical space. Home can be a person. You're also your home. So you have to take care of yourself, because you're really the only home you have. True home. But like I said, a home can be a place or a person or, within yourself. So take that how it resonates. If you've been feeling like something or someone feels like home to you, well, maybe it is. And maybe, spirit and the universe will make that path, whatever it is, more clear to you in the month of May. Because that was kind of like a really random message from spirit. So sometimes I get some weird random stuff. Just never know what's going to come out. And then this is the abundance card. which is amazing if you're going through a rough time. You know, if you feel stuck, you know, abundance can be anything. Abundance can be money, it can be love, it can be, you know, an abundance of happiness. Focus on the positive and the good. Don't focus on the abundance of what you don't have, because then you'll have less. So the more you focus on what you do have, the abundance that you have, more abundance and happiness and good things will come in. And then the bottom of the deck is healing energy. That kind of goes along with home, you know, being home within yourself, or we always have to work on healing ourselves. But we also have people and places that come into our lives that also help us heal ourselves. They do kind of go hand in hand. Some people say, you know, you should be happy with your, you know, just being with yourself and not having other people in your life. Well, I have come to learn over time that that's not necessarily true. There are certain people who are meant to be in your life who feel like home, that when they're not there, or it's not working out, or it's in a slump, or it's hard. And sometimes you can't move past that. But that said, if that person is supposed to be there no matter the ebb and flow, they'll always be there in some way. So it's hard when things are rough with people and places and stuff that, you know, feel like home to you, that make your soul feel good. You always have to be happy within yourself. But there are people that are meant to be in your life that do feel like home, that are home, that do make your soul feel safe. Soul safety is so big. Not everybody should have access to your soul. Just putting that out there. Only allow those certain people access. And you will know who they are, because they will feel like home in some way to you. Alright, now I'm using a card from the Animal Apothecary deck. It's gorgeous. It has the most gorgeous cards. It's upside down. Sacred boundaries. Maybe somebody needs to step up the work on their boundaries. I think we all need to work on that. Some people need to work on that more. Maybe if you're watching this, that's a lesson for you. That's something for you. Don't let people overstep your boundaries. You create your boundaries for a reason. They're there for a reason. Stand firm. All right, well, bunch came out. I'm keeping the one that's on top. I had this card earlier. Self-worth, love, value, and respect. It goes along with healing. The more of this that you feel and have and give for yourself, the more external of this is going to come to you. Like I said, when you focus on what you want versus what you don't want, you get what you want. But you do have to, you know, work on healing yourself and loving and valuing yourself. And that goes along with boundaries. When you have boundaries in place, that shows that you respect yourself. All right, I didn't want to, but just trust and focus on the bigger picture. Just because something isn't happening right now doesn't mean it's not going to. Just trust. And look, it even is like you planted a seed and it has to grow, and you have to trust that it's going to grow. You have to trust that what your intuition is telling you is correct, and you have to trust that what's meant for you is for you, and it will come to you. When you plant the seed, the fruit doesn't grow the next day. The tree doesn't grow the next day. You don't harvest the fruit immediately. It takes time, and it takes work on yourself, and it takes focusing on the positive versus the negative, and focusing on the big picture. Maybe that whatever it is isn't meant for you right now because it's growing. You don't want something that's not ready, fully ready. You don't want to eat a piece of fruit before it's ripe because it's not good. So, and that applies to people and places and jobs and homes. Are you going to move into a home that's only half built? No, of course not. You wait until it's built. That was a really good analogy to the Spirit fed me right there, because I would never have come up with that on my own. So you've got to focus on the bigger picture. You've got to focus on allowing it to grow, allowing it to happen, and allowing it to come in when it's time. All right, now we are going to move over to tarot and see. May is definitely about healing and working on yourself, and, you know, part of that, you know, the bigger picture and trusting is also trusting your intuition. Trusting your intuition versus your overthinking. It's meant for trusting all the signs and synchronicities that Spirit, the universe, and your guides are giving you, you know, on a daily basis. That stuff's not being given to you for no reason. And it's not a coincidence. So you just have to trust that it's helping you down the right path. Even if that path has a detour or a zigzag, it's still the right path. And you'll get there. And you'll get there. Talking about the path and how you'll get there, the Chariot is going to help you along. When you align with your wants instead of aligning with your fears, that's when it happens. I mean, Spirit's pretty clear, you know, that's when the movement forward happens. So definitely May is about optimism, because optimism is what brings in all the good stuff. I don't think this reading is going to need to be very long, because it's pretty clear and to the point. All right, Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Pentacles are earth energy. It's an energy of being grounded and stable. Talking about growth, talking about seeds growing. Spirit says to me, you know, this is a page, this is a king. That represents growth. Pages are newer, smaller, younger energies. Kings are more mature, advanced energies. When we grow, we shift, we change. So I think there's definitely going to be a lot of growth within yourself, and whatever it is that you're focusing on other than yourself as well. It's definitely going to be movement forward in whatever the situation is that is on your mind. And we have the Queen of Swords. So we have a king and a queen here. They're not a match set, but they're a king and a queen. The Queen of Swords is an air energy. It's about clarity. I have a strong feeling that there's definitely going to be some clarity coming into a situation this month. I think you're going to have to initiate however it is the clarity is going to come in. I think you're going to have to get into your Queen of Swords energy, and you're going to have to be strong, and you're going to have to be firm, and you're going to have to ask for the clarity that you're seeking. I'm going to guess this is from a divine counterpart, because like I said, we do have a king and a queen here. So maybe your person is just, I don't know. You know, everybody's situation is different. Spirit's just saying you're going to have to ask for that communication. And we have more pentacles, more stability. You know, Spirit is saying with this card, just keep doing the work. Keep doing the work on yourself, and everything will fall into place. You know, but you do need clarity. It's hard. As much as it is to be happy within yourself, It's hard to be happiest where there are situations where there's lack of communication, that causes overthinking. So it's kind of like a circle. When there's good communication in any situation, family, love, parents, sibling, whatever it is, communication is key. You can't have any kind of relationship without good communication. And the last card that I'm going to pull is the Judgment card. To me, in general, Judgment is about awakening. We're always going through an awakening, and maybe the person that you're thinking about is currently going through an awakening, and that makes sense. You know, that seed is growing. Awakening is tough. A lot of times you kind of got to go through it alone. Not necessarily alone all the time, but definitely the majority, because when you're going through your awakening, it ain't pretty. You're not in a good space. Your head is not in a good space. Your spirit is not necessarily in a good space. And that comes and goes. Some days you're great. Some days you're like, just, I'm ready for my next contract. So definitely May is about awakening, and that is part of growth. So just be patient. Work on yourself while the other person is working on themselves. That's really the only thing that I can say about that, because that's really all there is to say about that. I said that was the last card. Spirit's like, let's do one more. So, like I said, this is a general reading. If you would like to book a personal, please message me and we can make that happen. One more card, maybe. I think Spirit just was laughing at me and they just wanted me to shuffle the deck. I just really want this reading to be in a good time frame so I can actually upload it on here and not have to just put it on YouTube. Aw. I like this card, the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is, it's the all card. Like, I literally did that when I saw this card. This is about being sentimental and thinking happy thoughts. Thoughts that make you feel, that give you that home feeling. Just know, you know, even though that person that this reading has turned into, that person is going through a rough, and you can reverse it. Maybe you're the one that's going through the awakening. But just know that that person is there with you and they are thinking about you. And if you feel like that they're thinking about you, they are. Don't doubt that. Don't doubt your intuition. Stand strong in that knowing. You know, a period of rest. So rest your brain, rest your mind, most of all, and just feel with your soul. Feel for the things and the places and the people that feel like home. On that note, that is my month of May energy reading, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week until I post another reading. I'm not sure what that's going to be. If you have any suggestions, drop them down below and I will work on that. Until then, namaste.